Hey, what's up? This is Laidback Luke, DJ and producer, Kung Fu athlete, and dedicated dad. I know last week I promised you a vlog where I was gonna interview DJ A-Track himself. Unfortunately, my show in Washington, D.C. with him was cancelled due to the tremendous amount of snow that fell in that weekend. So the show got postponed to February 15th, and it is in that weekend I'll shoot that vlog with him. So this week, a little bit of a save. I browsed through all my comments and I saw what you wanted most right now is a dedicated vlog by a dedicated dad about hot cue points. But first, I'm taking the time to announce that we are celebrating Mixmash 15-year birthday. My little old label turning 15 this month. It's incredible. Every 15th of the month we'll have an artist announce something, we'll have giveaways. I might even release a classic or two in a new jacket. But most importantly, I want you to participate as well. So if you have a Mixmash memory, something that stood by you throughout these years, or even a recent memory, you can leave a voice note on the Mixmash site, drop a video, or contact the Mixmash Facebook bot as well. I really want you to be part of it. Thank you for being a part of it, and thank you for celebrating this with me. And thank you for the comments from last week. On the #1 comment from last week, it's Guilherme Bunya with this question asking me what I think of Salvatore Ganacci. You know what? I actually really love him. I really like what he's doing. He's not pretending to be very serious EDM DJ. He's not pretending to be a performer. He is just really entertainment, and obviously it's nothing serious, but I think it's fun to watch and I do think it's very funny. He doesn't take himself seriously either. Gabriel Marino asking us when this remix is out. Well, I have good news for you, Gabriel. It's this week. It's right here, right now in the description below. A stunning Mo-Folk future house type of remix. Combine this with the Time and Remix makes the We Are One remix package a very strong package. Remember, every time you buy this track, all of the income goes out to UNHCR. We're donating everything to them, so you can help there as well. And so now it's my time to help you. Hot cues. People don't know where to put them, how to use them, and in this vlog I'm gonna make it very clear for you. Do note that this is the way I do it. This is not specifically the way everyone does it or the way everyone needs to do it, but this might help you. Let's have a look. And I know it's tricky because you have so many options. You have 8 hot cues and what to program and where to program and how to program and what do you need it for. Obviously, I use it in my live situations and it gives me a lot of freedom DJing live or get me out of certain situations. I'll be programming these on my computer in the program called Engine Prime by Denon. I'm excited to show you. Okay, so I have 4 tracks right here in this little folder I made for Austin for next week. These are all tracks I still need to put the hot cue on. New releases on my labels Mixmash Records, Once to Watch, and Mixmash Deep coming soon, so pay attention. First thing we're gonna do is look for intro beats or break #1. So these are intro beats. I don't need to set a cue point there because the cue is already here. So whenever I load in the track will start here, and when I hit the play button or release the platter, this will be what we hear. So in this track, I'm looking for break #1, which is about here. Either here, this would be a good point, or Super Soaker. So let's just do the very obvious and put the first break here. First break, usually for breaks and climaxes, I use the green color. And I don't even need to give it a name, because if it's green, I know that there's a section that's either a break or a climax there. So let's have a look at the other track. Naughty, same story, and the first break is here. So that's fine. Another green one. And in this one, first break is gonna be here. Perfect. Another green one. And then I added this one in for like a different kind of vibe for a track, so you can hear how that goes. Intro beats here. So this is quite a long little intro section because I mix quite fast. That's probably not where I want to jump into straight away. So I'll probably, yeah. So this would be the first break. But because it has a vocal, I'll just give it a yellow. Whenever a cue point is yellow for me, I'll know that there's a vocal involved. And I'll get back to the yellow cue points in a little bit. So next thing I'll do is look for the climax. Always handy to have a cue point on the climax. Which would be here. And a climax would be green as well. So usually I'll know that this is about 8 bars long. So whenever I go into the song or would go into the second 8 bars of the drop, I know I can punch this climax in and then go straight into another drop. In the next track, looking for the climax, it's going to be here. Climax, green. And in this one, so not exactly a climax with like, you know, snares or claps in there, but this is about the 8-bar section before the drop. And this one I can imagine it being different here again. Okay, so in this one there's no climax, so there's no cue point here. I'll probably just use the drop for this one. And speaking of drops, see if we can set a cue point here, or if we need to put a cue point right 4 measures before the drop. Okay, so there is a vocal right in the 4 counts before the drop, right here. 4, 3, 2, 1. And because it's yellow and right before the drop, I know this is the countdown. So no description needed. Obviously, you could like put anything you want in here, but this is fine for me. If it's yellow and right before the drop, so I'll program the drop here as well. The drop is right here. Drops are usually red for me. Here's the drop. And because of this little cue point here, you can get totally flexible, which you could have seen in my mind vlogs. Okay, so for the next track as well, I see a little gap here as well. So this will probably be 4 counts before the drop. Same story. Putting a yellow cue point there for the little countdown and the drop. Drop here. Easy. This one. I'll have the countdown here as well and the drop. So every time I see a yellow button, I'll know that's either the drop or the outro, which I'll show you a little bit later on. Last one, so this is again a different story. So I'll just use the drop here. So there's no countdown, and this is just gonna be this one. And so where to go from here? You could either program the second break, not the second climax needed, or the outro. And because the Denon players have 8 hot cue points, you could totally program those. Sometimes I'll just skip the second break and go right into the outro, but this time I'll show you some of the second breaks as well. So you can literally choose anywhere you like for the second break. So that's a climax right here. I think I'll just go into the voice again. So in this case, the voice says, "You got your super soaker" right before you could actually put the cue point. Sometimes I would do this. I would program a yellow one because I know there's going to be a voice, and then I'll say mix for before. This way I know if I come out of a drop right here that I need 4 measures to drop it into this. 4, 3, 2, and there's the moment. Okay, so we got that right there. If the second drop is different, I could program the second drop, which is the same here. So there's no use for that. Let's see about the second break on this one. So with this second break, it is like a really long one. And this will come in really handy because sometimes I start my set actually using break number 2 because sometimes it's that long. It's like a nice intro for a DJ set. Might be nice to keep in mind if you are a DJ like me that don't use these intros and you would need like a build, like after the next DJ, try and use the second break for that one. Okay, so this is no vocal, right? Not really, so I'll just program a green one on here. So here, this was the climax, this was the first break, and this is the second break. Countdown before the drop. I hope you can see the structure forming right here. This one. I kind of like this section for the second break. So it has a vocal, so let's make it a yellow one. Last track. C. Oh, I think we have a little climax here. So in that case, I'll use that, and this is going to be green. Second break, aka climax, right here. How convenient. Okay, so I have one more cue point left in this vlog, which is the outro, which comes in really handy as well. Here's a little clip of my In My Mind vlog where I'll piece that together. So as you can see, you can use the outro beats to have like a mix in and to have the crowd keep on dancing. Usually when, you know, in EDM, the drop is about 16 bars. Sometimes the crowd wants to keep on dancing and you might want to have some extra beats while you're mixing, and I'll often just flip it out to the outro hot cue there. Okay, so let's look those up in these tracks. So these would be the outro beats right here. Very convenient. Yep, so right here. And sometimes I'll just give it the name outro, because sometimes I get confused with maybe I program like the second drop right here. But usually the last red hot cue is my outro button. Outro beats. Okay. And the next one as well. This is the drop right here, 16 bars, and then outro beats. Right here. I'm not gonna put outro in there. That should be clear to me whenever I'm playing. This one. So I can't use this as an outro because there's too many leads going on still. I think that's it right here. Here. There. That's the outro beats. Nice and minimalistic. Perfect for the mix out. What about this one? Does this have outro beats? A little bit, yeah. I could totally use this right here. And these are the outro beats for this one. So with all of these set up for every track, I hope you can see with my In My Mind sets as well, how flexible you can be and how easy it will be to do mashups live or change the structure or the order of tracks within DJing live. Speaking about DJing live, I will take you out to my show at Marquee in New York right now. I'm super excited. I'm absolutely gonna do a bunch of mashups and creative mixing on the fly. You'll see it right now. And don't worry about the colors either. You can set the colors to any color that works for you. So again, this is my way of programming the hot cues. It makes my DJing a lot easier and a lot handier, and so I hope it helps you as well. And so again, I realize we skipped the 8-track interview that is coming up. We have moved the show in Washington, D.C. to February 15th. If you're in the tri-state area or around that area, make sure to check the link below. You can still buy your tickets there. I am so excited for next week's topic. Make sure to give me a like though first, and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out. Next week, I'm diving back into the demos again. I am actually hoping to sign new talent. So if you have that track and you think you can overwhelm me and get signed to one of my labels, make sure to drop it in the demo drop on laidbackluke.com. And who knows, maybe I'll be reviewing your track in this vlog next week. Until then, L's up, race safely, and salute.